Yodel hee hoo.
Welcome back to Your Daily OJ, starring
Jacob.
and Olga. We had so much fun with the last one. We wanted to record another one. That's why we're wearing the same clothes. But actually, we just like to get a day ahead, just in case we miss a day.
Why did we miss the last day? You fell suddenly ill.
Yeah, I didn't feel very good.
Yeah.
So, anyways. Also, it's helpful that I had another thing come up that was very interesting to me. So, if you could time travel into the past, what time would you time travel to? And would you change anything?
Interesting.
Interesting. What a great question.
How deep do you want to get on this?
I'm asking you.
I often wonder time travel back to my childhood in Russia just to meet my parents. Or I always have this nightmare or memory that I have of a fire. And I've always wanted to go back to that fire just to know the circumstances, what happened. Because for some reason that's super imprinted in my head. So, but that would change totally the trajectory of my life and meeting you or being in America and stuff. So.
Yeah, it would,
Yeah.
right? You think it would change everything?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here at all in this country.
Even if you were just an observer, or what are you saying? You would change the outcome of it?
Well, I'm just if I could see what's going on, or I guess not really. Maybe be observing, but just to see and possibly change stuff. But I don't know what you would do as a 2-year-old. There's not much really you can change. Maybe not have the house fire in general, which then
you would go in and covertly keep the house from burning down.
Yeah.
And then you would stay in Russia your entire life.
That'd be crazy. I could probably be a professional athlete or something.
Olga's Putin's granddaughter.
Oh, shut up. If you are, you owe me a lot of money.
Oh my goodness.
Suffering.
Suffering succotash. Yeah. So, if I could go back in the past, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I have questions about, and so I think it would be cool to go back in the past and see a lot of biblical times, but also those times are pretty scary, and I don't know if I'd really want to be there. But then, there was a lot of things that are built that we still don't necessarily understand,
Like the pyramids.
Or there's some writings about Atlantis, and it's what is going on there, or that kind of stuff, where you just kind of wish you could see it be constructed, or what the city was like, or because when you look at architecture today, from the past, the architecture was so beautiful and so ornate, whereas today, a guy moved from Italy to Idaho, and it's one of my favorite videos on Twitter right now, because this dude says when you move from Italy, and it's these beautiful sunsets over these mountains with beautiful houses built into the mountains, and beautiful columns and statues and history, and just so beautiful. And then it's it plays banjo music, and it's just this street with McDonald's and Burger King and Walmart, and it's fluorescent lights, and it's just ugly.
So ugly.
Yeah, it's just and we just kind of accept it. This is what life is like. But it's a bunch of quickly built warehouse buildings boxy,
Hard.
and it's like surrounded by wires. Like these place in Italy that he was showing. There's like you don't see any wires. You don't see like the street lights are kind of like hidden. You don't really notice, but like you drive down this street and it's like black cement with 6 lanes. Whereas in Italy it was just like 2-lane brick roads, but like Idaho's like 6 lane. Not just Idaho. It's like everywhere in the U.S. So it's just like ugly. And
which is why I love Washington.
yeah, for sure. But so just like this, we just kind of have accepted ugly in America, and I think that a lot of human history has really prided itself on beautiful architecture, and I would love to see that. But I don't know if there's anything I would necessarily change. But the motivation for talking about this is so often in life, we will say, if I could go back, I would change this, and it would change the course of my present, right? If I would have decided to do this, I wouldn't be in this situation. For example, if I would have bought Bitcoin when I first heard about it, we would never have to worry about money again. But now
we're broke.
So we're making a podcast on a GoPro. We're broke. And so anyways, GoPros are cool. If you want to sponsor this video. Yeah. But anyways, so often in life you'd be like, if I could go back, I would change this about me, and it would impact where I am now. Or I would go back and, a lot of people say, I would go back and kill Hitler, and like it would change the impact of the future, whatever. But so often we don't consider the same about the present. That if I make one small change now, it might change everything in the future for me. That if I would just get up today and go for that run, it might cascade and create this huge effect at the end of my life that it completely redirected how the course of my life went. By making one small act of change today, you might very well extend your life or make your marriage better or help your kids become financially wealthy or whatever.
What is one thing that you could change today to help your future?
Stop being such a curmudgeon.
You have become a curmudgeon.
Yeah, especially in the mornings.
Yeah, but you've always been like that.
I have. But like, I often think, like, if I could just force myself to wake up earlier and get an extra hour of work or an extra hour of running or an extra hour of working out, extra hour of prayer, like any of those things, just giving myself one more hour would pay huge dividends if you do it consistently over time. Because it may just be, even if it's a half hour, it's like just doing 1/2 hour of Bible reading over the course of a week. You're talking 3.5 hours. And then, that just multiplies and then pays huge dividends into our conversations, into conversations with the kids, into how I talk about God among church folk and how I live out my faith, and or running, like a half hour extra of running, like that could pay huge dividends and how a race ends up, or whether or not I have strong enough legs or lungs to finish a race, or just small.
The days that you sleep in you just wake up a lot different, just behind, right? You're like, oh man. But the days you wake up early and we run out of the house or run out of the room, and you're like, oh, I was with the dogs for 40 minutes and I did this, and you just have such much more energy about you. Start the day. So.
Yep. What about you? What's one thing that you're like, this would be a good change, or you need to think about it?
I think no. I think waking up with you to take a moment for myself, whether read the Bible, whether do yoga, just stretch. But I feel like during the day, I wake up, I do the dishes. Like, it's just go from the moment I wake up to the moment I put the kids down. So just taking a moment in the morning to just balance myself, recenter, so then I could be a better mom and not wake up on like an anxious foot.
No.
But it's hard right now.
Dude, kids have wrecked a morning routine. I used to have such a better morning routine. Like, I enjoyed mornings better before we had kids. I'm just more tired.
Yeah.
But
You're old too.
yeah, I'm getting old. But it's just an excuse. Like, it's just an excuse. Because the mornings I do wake up, I do feel better.
See, my issue is if I leave the room,
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah. Micah's still in that stage where, especially in the mornings, he, like, cannot be separated from Olga.
Yeah, starting at like 4:30. It's like we'll be up 4 times before we wake up, and you move, and he's like, "We're not waking up this early. Back to bed we go." So
Nice. So, my viewers, our viewers, what would you change about your life right now that might pay huge dividends in the future? We need ideas. Leave us a comment.
we don't have any.
Thanks for watching.